Beavers will kick it away to start. He'll bring it out. It's Jordan. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. So the North Carolina Tarheels offense will take the first swing of the game. And here's the man they want to get the ball to in this passing game. This is the type of receiver, David, when he's covered, he's still open.
He's still putting that hand up in the air. Coach, I'm still open. And more importantly, his quarterback knows that. They're going to move him all over the field. They're going to feature him on offense. They're going to make sure he gets a lot of touches, whether he's open or whether he's open, because he's always open.
And how about that start for the offense in this game? You could not ask for a better play. They come out firing, going down the field. They get a huge completion. What a way to begin this football contest.
And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. The RPO, fire complete to the left. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. You're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. They'll have to settle for a field goal attempt. Looks as if this will be a 51-yard attempt. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. Wait just a second. There is a flag on the play. If this is on the defense, it could be a first down. Might be the worst-case scenario for this defense. Thought they'd held them to 3. Now the offense with a chance for more. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. They'll run the option. And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves them with 2nd and short. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. He'll keep it himself. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, UNC!
This defense has their hands full in this game because of what you saw right there. This quarterback is one of the fastest players in the entire country, and he runs one in. They're going to have to do a better job getting hats to him because they know they're going to see the QB run a lot today.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Beavers offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. Here are our impact players for this game, and it goes beyond executing an assignment to make an impact in the game.
Yeah, obviously we were talking to both coaching staffs this week, and we asked them who needs to step up and play well. They immediately pointed to these guys right here. They are the key for their respective teams.
Yeah, and they don't always show up in the box score, but these are the guys and the leaders. These are the guys getting everybody organized and have to play well for their team to succeed.
In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road, bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week.
Here's the handoff. Continuing to churn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. With that run, he breaks through the 3,000-yard mark for his career.
Man, that says a lot about you. When you rush for 3,000 yards in this world where it's pass happy, that you got a guy that, no, I'm going to give him touches because he's productive. Palmer, it's led to 3,000 yards now.
And that's a lot when you consider some of the injury issues they've had up front throughout his career. It doesn't matter. This guy still finds ways to make positive things happen. 3,000 yards, that's a lot for a running back.
From the gun, the ground game. And there were some collisions in there, and the D finally stops him short of the marker. They'll try it on the ground. They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a first down.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. They'll try again on second down after the incompletion. He's looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. He is lucky to get that one back. The last thing you want is to turn it over on your opening drive. This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the tight end. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. Takes it the other way. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but a great return to give the offense tremendous field position. And now the offense will come onto the field again. A little misdirection and the handoff on the counter. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. They move the tight end all over. Pulls and throws off the RPO. Still running at the 40. Can anyone catch him? Touchdown, North Carolina! A great catch and run for 6.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Oregon State has it back, and here comes the Beaver offense. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively for this.
And he'll be knocked down at the 2-yard line.
Well, the defense has the opponent backed up in their own end, and they are pinning their ears back, getting after the quarterback. You see the athleticism and the speed they have up front as they're able to notch that sack.
Finds his big tight end. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. He fires it out to the right. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Trying to make magic with his feet. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. The Beavers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, they'll try the middle. Surges across the 30, out to the 32, a 6-yard run.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
6-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 4. Fast motion from the offense. Wants to fire on 2nd down. He gets the job done, picking up the first down and getting down.
I love the play call there, too, because 2nd and short, defense is thinking you might run it. So you try to catch him off guard with the pass, nothing there. Even if you throw an incompletion, you're going to have a chance to run it the very next play, but it doesn't matter. This guy's just so athletic himself. He's able to go get the first. Let's get a fresh set of downs.
That run epitomizes a veteran, savvy senior who knows how to find space. Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. They'll run it from the gun. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
I'll tell you, this is a running back who's very, very dangerous, and the defense did a good job getting him down there. But they got to do a great job gang tackling, because this is a guy that can break tackles and turn those types of plays into home runs.
He's going to run it. He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big first down.
It's going to be tough on this defense containing this guy, because he's got that sixth sense to get outside the pocket, and at that point, he's throwing it and hurting you, or you can take off and run. That time able to get the first down. Big challenge for the defense moving forward.
Here's the give off the left side. What a nifty run there to pick up the first down.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big game.
They'll try to get it in with the run. And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the first quarter. Guys, we've reached the end of the period, and North Carolina's on top. They came out and jumped on them early in the first. Let's take a break and look at the first quarter stats. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. Here we go. The run up the middle, trying to find its way to the goal line. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. And the Beavers are in the hurry-up. Trying to pound it in. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Oregon State! I tell you, when this drive started, the defense thought they had them in a hole. Not anymore. What a performance.
And I really like the play calling by the offensive coordinator on that last drive. That was a nice mixture of running and throwing and getting different players involved. Really nice job, very poised in that play calling, and it showed up with a touchdown.
On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go decompress on the sideline.
And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
This play will be a big indication of whether this drive goes anywhere on 2nd and long from the 11. They'll run play action. He uncorks one deep. He's got it down the right side. He's off to the races. Touchdown, Tarheels. And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby. Quarterbacks love receivers that can get separation, but that amount of separation is a little excessive.
I agree, Reese, and I think the defense needs to have a little powwow on the sidelines and talk about what just happened, because that was an absolute busted coverage on the back end. Defense can't keep playing like that.
On the run from inside his own 5. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Oregon State takes over, ready to send the offense onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Looking to move it through the air. Using the quick game. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. And, guys, this can be a great time to look for a big play on 2nd and inches. He's looking to throw. Getting some heat. Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be 3rd down.
Got to give the defense a lot of credit, man, because they've come into this hostile environment and they've quieted the crowd down with some of the plays they're making. They've got a nice lead right here, and they're making it hard for this quarterback to go to work.
On 3rd and short, they'll ride the running back here. That'll be enough for the first down, and they'll mark it at the 48.
They're going to keep feeding this guy the football, guys. Over 100 yards rushing with that last carry now. We knew coming into this game today they had to get the running game going. They had to be able to turn around, hand it off, and get positive yards and set themselves up into manageable 3rd down situations. And we've seen them at any area of the field.
Oh, look out. There he goes. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down. The Beavers come to the line with a new set of downs. From the gun, give on the inside.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Beavers!
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Cal is ahead in this one, but unlike the days of Aaron Rodgers, this has not been a blowout today in Berkeley. They're up by a field goal over Duke. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. The offense set for a first down play. He wastes no time and comes out.
Ooh, come on, get that pick.
Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
Well, I know that one fell incomplete, but what a day this guy's had throwing the football. Multiple touchdowns, and he's done a really nice job with his decision-making. Hasn't thrown any picks, which has really helped keep this offense on schedule.
Just gets it to the 28, pickup of 1.
You know, I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm again. Let those big fellas get lathered up.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air.
Shit, you better, you nigga.
I'll
pick that bitch.
Knock the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. And the Tar Heels will line up to punt it away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punters. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. Oregon State has it back, and here comes the Beaver offense. Took them a little while to settle into this game, but this offense has it going here in the 2nd quarter, Jesse.
Yeah, a little bit of a feeling out process there early, but they seem to have found something. They're going back to the
You gotta catch that, big boy.
Definitely, and they got the momentum going, and once you start getting the momentum going, it's crazy what I've seen in college football. It's so hard to stop it. It takes over, and sometimes it leads to enormous swings.
On 2nd down, he'll try to make the connection this time. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with the sack.
And that is your job. The O-line has to protect their quarterback. That's the most important position on the field. You got to make sure you keep him upright. You got to do a better job.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And he tried to make something happen with his feet, but they stopped him short, and it'll bring up a 4th down. The Beavers in the hurry up. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. They're throwing for it on 4th down. And they gambled in their own end, turn it over on downs, and now the other offense is set up.
Man, first half being that aggressive on your side of the field, That's a different world. Like, you live in the analytics world, and I know people say go for it more often. I don't see the point in going for it on that one early in the game in that situation.
And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. Just inside the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 19. Gets it out quickly. Makes his man miss. He's brought down, but there's a
Come on,
flag
dog. Y'all just giving me penalties now.
Personal foul. Roughing the pass. Defense.
Y'all just giving me penalties now, bro. My niggas
So
is
the
not
offense
that.
accepts the roughing the passer penalty, and they get a new set of downs. And you have to try to apply heat to the quarterback, but you have to know when it's too much. The roughing the passer penalty gives them a 1st down. He'll do it himself. Touchdown, UNC! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
You just need to go.
Well, they go back to the option play. Now, this is the 2nd time, Pollock, this QB is scored.
Y'all giving these niggas flags, sir.
Yeah, and as a defense, you got to understand when you're playing
My defense ain't never that funny.
responsibility football, I got to stop my assignment. I can't get caught in somebody else's business. You could tell this defense not really
Oh, get out of there. You gone.
They better figure it
Get out of there.
It's going to be a long game.
Oregon State takes over, ready to send the offense onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score.
Ooh, they
trailing
over
by
there.
14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Going up top on 1st down. He'll pull it down. Nice run there to keep things moving before they force him out of bounds.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I tell you what, finish those plays and try to tackle that guy and make him think about running the football in the future.
And here comes the offense on 2nd down. The give to the back. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line.
And, you know, big chunks like this don't happen unless you commit to the run game. You got to get those big boys up front into the game, understanding I want to knock people off the football, create some holes like do.
And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the 1st half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass. It just never developed.
You know, and that's why this guy can play 1st, 2nd, and 3rd down. You've already seen him earlier in the drive rip off some nice runs, but he can catch the football as well. And they're going to find ways to get him going in all sorts of ways, but you're seeing it specifically on this drive.
Unloads to the wideout. Makes the grab. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at him. Good little pickup there as he saw some daylight and got what he could.
You see a lot of quarterbacks get in trouble when they start forcing things. He did a really good job. He wanted to throw the football. You could tell. Drops back, nothing open. It's okay. I'm just going to take off, get what I can get.
A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. And the Beavers will snap it on 1st and 10. They're getting this guy lathered up. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. 2nd down coming. Power football with the run. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Oregon State. He makes his way into the end zone for the 50th time in his career.
Man, what a mark to hit. A guy that's so good with the football in his hands. A guy that every single week you know this guy's going to touch the football. And when he gets near the end zone, Palmer, you still know he's going to get it, and he still punches it in.
He's the unstoppable force. It doesn't matter what defenses have done throughout his career. This guy finds a way to make
Get your ass over there and make a play.
Can they catch him?
God,
they eventually chase him down, but what a spectacular return that almost went all the way. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Fires into the end zone.
Oh, my God.
And it's caught.
You're right there.
Touchdown, North Carolina.
This offense is really dangerous because of the weapons they have on the perimeter of the field. And you're seeing they go to these guys early, and they try to give them opportunities in one-on-one situations and vertically down the field. 2 passing touchdowns now early for this offense.
From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. They'll throw it on first down. He's taking the shot. Fires the pass. Intercepted. And the defender is tackled, and that's how we'll run out the first half.
Fucking
At
me
the
off,
end of the second quarter, that means it's time to join
Fucking
Kevin
me
in
off.
our halftime update.
Picks. We haven't thrown no
Kickoff and
picks.
Kickoff return teams on the field, and we're just about ready to go in the second half.
Yep.
And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Oregon State has it back, and here comes the Beaver offense. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the
How
third
you get
quarter.
stuck with that
Down
big
2
boy?
possessions. The coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive just like they do at the start of the game. They've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a scoring.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to clear.
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
Well, the defense knew coming into the second half here, they were going to have to crank up the pass rush, right? They've got the lead. They're going to be seeing this quarterback drop back. How can you affect him? You've got to win up front one-on-one and get home, and they did there on third down.
On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. He'll fire to his right. It's complete. A huge pickup. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line. They were backed up, and then suddenly they weren't. They've got it 1st and 10 now inside the 50. Leaves it with the back.
That's a beautiful pass
Yes,
and
me.
catch. I
The bounce
love
got
the
side.
job the quarterback does manipulating the defense with his eyes. He froze that safety, and that allowed his receiver more room to work his route.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the first down.
Man, those little chunks keep annoying the crud out of you when you're on defense. It's just putting them in easy situations, chewing up 4 to 6 yards at a pop like that. Put you in a bad situation as a defensive coordinator. What do I call? Either way, priority number 1.
Man, I took the ball.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be
Throwing
second
the ball.
down.
Damn, man.
Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again.
Inspired, too.
He's looking for a man on 2nd down. It's complete. And he's brought down after a nice game.
When I have all that speed on the field, I got to find a favorable matchup. They're all across the board. Which guy do I know can win? Man-to-man coverage, you can see that guy could win on that play.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. He's got the tight end. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
A nice job by the defense there, tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
With a double-digit deficit here in the second half, they're going to go for it on fourth down. They stop him short.
Man, y'all are a fucking liar. Y'all are a fucking liar.
Defense that time on fourth down was expecting run. And you saw at the point of attack how they just dominated. There was nowhere for that guy to go. Defense wins the down. They give it back up now to their offense.
Listen, the offensive coordinator's best friend in the red zone is the running game. Make guys commit near the line of scrimmage so I can throw behind. This defense is good, but I'm going to challenge them. I'm going to try to be the more physical team. I love the play call. I think you keep running the football.
Oh, it's a fumble. Scoops it up. Still a live ball.
And as a defense, you just want to steal some possessions, create some turnovers, force the fumble. Man, what a break for the offense to fall back on it. Those are moments that you just get a little bit frustrated because it's the luck of a bounce.
Running back searching for a hole. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. The Tarheels line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Makes a move. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. Oregon State takes over, ready to send the offense onto the field. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive, and
he lets one fly deep. And this is
I can't understand why you're not catching the ball.
He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. Offense at an empty set. Wide out in motion. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. This time on target. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down.
And there was no question in that scenario. That's where the quarterback was going. He knew he had his receiver in a matchup that he liked, running a route where he would find himself open. Nice job between those two.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
Makes the tackle at the 31. It's a pickup of 5 on the play. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. From the gun, the running back looking for room. They'll get him on the ground after a pickup of 3 to the 28. Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. They'll try to run for it. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line.
Yeah, and no nonsense. I like it when you get downhill. You know exactly where the sticks are. I'm not trying to get a 20 or 30-yard gain. I got to get that first down. 3rd and 2, I'm going to be physical. Nice job by that running back.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Buys a little time. This senior quarterback never afraid to run it when he has to pick up a first down.
Man, that's so frustrating. It happens so fast. He just pulls it down. It looks like pass. He pulls it down. He's gone. Just like that, chewing up yards. So much speed. So hard to stop.
Oh my God, like, why are y'all lying?
That first down pass, and it never had a chance.
I think the biggest issue in the passing game for this offense has been accuracy, right? The last time this guy took the field, he completed less than 50% of his throws, and you're seeing that again in this game. Just hasn't been able to put the ball where he wants it to go.
Keeps looking downfield. And this looks disastrous. Oh, down he goes. A huge loss on that play. They'll snap it for the 10th time on this drive, but they need a chunk on 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Trying to beat the DD.
That nigga wasn't even there.
Coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away. A famous writer once said, most men lead lives of quiet desperation. Here is a desperate move, going for it on 4th down, trailing by double figures. The incomplete pass makes this series end in frustration as they turn it over on downs.
Man, that is a big-time drop right there. 4th down, opportunity to catch it, maybe get the 1st down. That is tough to swallow, but as a QB, I got to walk over to him and say, listen, dude, we're going to need you later on. I still believe it.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. DBs will try to keep everything in front. Leaves it with the running back. Stuffed almost in his tracks, but strong enough to pick up 1 to the 35.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. You saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical.
From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Almost got to the sticks on 3rd down. Able to pick up 6, but they're looking at a 4th and 1. And the Tarheels will send out the
Need a
punt
big
unit.
play right here. Need a momentum swinger.
Wants to bring it back. Really nice job all the way around. Got a few blocks, made a couple of moves, and a good return on that one before he's pushed out of bounds. Line gets set, 1st down. He's looking to throw it. Quickly to the tight end. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st.
Need to score, and I need to turn over.
Guys, we've reached the end of the period, and North Carolina's on top. They've built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we got here. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. He's looking to throw. Quarterback strolling away from heat. Fires on the move. Complete to the right. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
They make the stop, but a good pickup there on 1st down.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
Trying to make magic on the scramble. Got some room, entered to the goal line. Touchdown, Beaver! And the comeback is on. Well, if the momentum hadn't shifted before, it certainly has now.
It has, and now you got some game pressure, right? That's beautiful. Now the defense comes out, get you a stop, get aggressive, but the offense a little bit of pressure now because they know if the ball goes back to the other side, they can lose this ball game.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. Nebraska is just boat racing them right now, thanks to an offense that's putting up video game numbers. They're up by 31 over Kansas. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes, we'll see it right here.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Picks his way ahead, pick up a 3, and gets it to the 20-yard line.
Well, you got to give this offense a ton of credit because normally they've got the lead because of this running back. Today, it's actually despite him. They really haven't gotten the production out of him that they expect week in, week out. You got to give the defense credit for that. But other guys on offense have been able to step up enough to make the plays necessary.
I'm glad he did a run play because I think he was open.
He's brought down at the 29 after a 10-yard gain.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good.
It's defense.
And the defense had his hands full, but they finally wrestled him down short of the first down. The Tarheels will try to pin them back with the punt. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt.
I needed you to block him too.
About the 29-yard line before he's brought down. Oregon State has it back, and here comes the Beaver offense. Let's see what they have dialed up as this drive starts from the 29-yard line. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Got his man on the right. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Picked up some yardage with that completion, now 2nd down. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. On 2nd down, he's looking downfield. Wide open downfield. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
Tell you what, that's great execution between the QB and receiver. They look like they could execute that throw in their sleep. The quarterback took his steps, threw it on time. Great route by the receiver. Nice job securing the catch.
Motion from the offense. Trying to find his man on first down. Firing to the right, complete. And this defense was flailing as he weaved his way and got down to the 26. They built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
Fights through the pile and picks up a couple down to the 16. 3rd and inches. When your will, your heart, your desire is put to the test. They'll try to power their way ahead. Tackled, but he has a first down.
This is an offense that really sees their identity as being able to run the football. Nice job there picking up the first down.
In search of that tying touchdown. They've moved the chains a couple of times. It's 1st and 10 again. Pulled down after picking up 5 to the 6-yard line.
Hey, 5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a first down every couple carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep them honest. Pound that rock.
They'll leave it with him. And he waltzes in for the score.
They continue to turn over.
Oregon State. They'll try to tack one more on their score.
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
Coming down the stretch in the 4th, and we are all tied up, about set to kick it away. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession.
Come on, my nigga.
This offense needs to get their heads out of there.
I need you.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They've got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll give it to the back. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. The crowd elevating its energy, willing this defense to get a stop on this big third down. Really nice run there. Good, solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks with a first down.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
And the Tar Heels look to keep this drive humming. On the run, it's Robbins. Got room at the 35. They are finding soft spots in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. The Tar Heels want to move quickly.
What a run, man. I tell you what, it's hard to pop runs. It's hard to get 3, 4, 5, 6 yards a lot of times. But when you got backs like this who can make huge plays.
Touchdown, Tar Heels.
I should have caught a timeout,
They've
but I
got
needed
the
it.
lead here in the fourth. This dude is just slicing and dicing this defense into little tiny pieces.
Carving him up, completely comfortable, knows exactly what he's getting, had so much success today.
That's nice.
Got to find a way to make these quarterbacks feel more uncomfortable.
42, Oregon State, 35.
He'll bring it out. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. We've reached a 2-minute warning, and the defense needs to come up with a stop to close this thing out. Oregon State takes over, ready to send the offense onto the field. Quarterback checking off. He'll come out throwing on first down. Got him downfield. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29. Wants to throw on first down. Fires to the wideout. A strike downfield. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30+.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
He was able to squirt free and pick up just a few on that one.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
Takes a hit as he fires.
Oh, wow.
That is interception number 3 on the day.
Oh, wow.
Taking it the other way. Running inside the 20.
That was nice.
And he's going to take it all the way.
Oh, wow. That was weak as fuck, though.
They extend this lead, and it looks
Wow.
as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row. What about the
Wow.
speed from that defender on the return?
He's showing you, Reese, like, listen, it's not just wide receivers that can do that. I can take this thing to the house. I got some moves. Watch this. Unbelievable job flipping the field. Offense about to score. Defense makes
That was
huge
weak as
plays.
fuck.
He gets points out of it.
I mean, he tired, so I can't be mad at him.
Oregon State has it back, and here comes the Beaver
Play the hell
offense.
of a game.
That last pick
Act.
six after a drive like that, David, can swing the momentum of a game.
The defense is still celebrating. I mean, such a big...
Like, bro, what are you
Another
doing?
interception. That's his 4th of the day.
Right.
And he's
Like, what are you
wrapped up
doing?
after a solid return on the pick.
Man, what a great break on the football. Nice job seeing it, squeezing it. A lot of those defensive guys, man, they don't have great hands all the time, but you always, always remember your first interception. They'll always remember this moment.
Quick timeout call by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much
That shit
time
was
as
weak as
possible
fuck.
for their offense. Looking for a productive play on first down. They go to the ground. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back
Man,
and
they
save
gave
as
us
much
much
time
time.
as possible. You got to believe they just want to run it, take care of the football, and keep that clock moving on 2nd and 9. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. And the quarterback